This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, ABRP Planner, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? We are now at Gardermoen Raceway. We have an event for Nio today, which is about the EP mode. You know, the Nio ET5 was the hyper electric car that set some records around the Nürburgring. And then now you can see it here. They have implemented EP mode on the ET5 and the ET5 Touring. Let me try to do some camera work here. And what it does is like some kind of track mode where it will limit some of the safety constraints so you can have more fun around the track. We are now waiting for some of the other guys to drive first, and then eventually we're gonna go there. But I have brought a driver with me. He's called Sondre Sanne. Yeah, the EV community, especially the Tesla community, knows him. He's a crazy guy, but he's a very skilled driver. I also asked if it's okay to drift. We'll see about that. Okay, we're ready. We're going to use the ET5 Touring. I think this is the car we're going to borrow afterwards.
Ja, dette blir spennende.
So there's some sound from the inside.
Dere har fått lov å teste uten alt
the other mic is
greier,
already hooked to Sondre. Okay, so I had to sit in the back because the instructor will sit in the front. So we see the speed there. And the instructor told us, you have to be careful here because it's
the brakes
slippery.
is really...
Her er det ikke...
Nei. Men det...
This is the stuff I wouldn't dare to do. Oh. So I was told that the EP mode will increase the cooling, but you cannot adjust.
Ja. Greit å ta det litt
Ja, for her er det mye gull i resten.
It adjusts from I don't know, 50-50 to 30-70, more rear biased. And then I see there's some G stuff over there. It has actually pretty nice pull for
a really nice
I think we have about 60% still a charge. Sondre, I hope you know what you're doing.
I think I've done it before sometimes.
Okay, fortunately Sondre knows this track. Whoa!
Jeg prøvde å holde gassen, men han ville ikke...
Hvis du retter styret mer,
Ja.
så lurer du rattvinkelsensoren.
Så rattvinkelsensoren er med, ja.
Jo mer ratt du har på, jo mindre gass får du.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Whatever you do, Sondre, don't crash the car.
No, I won't crash the car. I can promise you that.
And then also, okay, so there's no customization on... Well, it is fast.
It is really quick.
There is no customization on regen or the bias. At least that part is more or less fixed. And also the sound you hear is actually artificial sound. It's the I'm trying to think here. It's the EP9 sound that they recorded during the earlier, and then they're using it to channel it in here.
Ja. Skal prøve å få den til å... Vi oversatser ikke. Det er greit å få den til å smelle ut med... Nå er vi inne i en god periode her, vet du.
And in the back here I have Philip with me. He's a film guy. And man, we're just being tossed in the back here.
Det vil den ikke.
And the track is kind of slippery. Good tires, I guess.
Really good tires on this car.
Ooh, wow, I survived that one.
You didn't get to talk that much, Bjorn.
Okay, just quickly, quick recap. Man, I'm kind of shaky here and I didn't even drive. But I'm going to show you guys now what you have here in the EP mode. So, okay, it's in Norwegian, sorry for that. But you have the G meter here. You have tire temperature. So the front are a little bit warmer than the rear, probably because there was done some braking. And the EP, okay, here you can adjust. And then there is some customization. Where is this again? This is just a counter. And okay. It was supposed to, here. I haven't seen this before. In the presentation, it was just a tiny picture. So here we can adjust some stuff. Okay, steering mode. Sport plus. Okay, it's the track. Okay. Yeah, here increased cooling. It was actually not on. So you can increase. Yeah. Now you increase the cooling. It was actually off. And then this is the fake EP sound. You can turn it off, of course. No, wait, no, it's not. I forgot. That's the light. Yeah, it's just the EP lights, custom lights. It doesn't seem to be active now. And then this is the EP sound. So you can turn on the EP sound and you can adjust how loud you want it. So I will probably just turn off this because I want to have more feedback on what's going on the road. But yeah, it's not that much you can customize here versus Tesla. So Sondre, what do you think about this mode versus a Tesla track mode, which you've driven a lot?
I think it's a really good mode for the guy in the street, like you guys at home, because it allows you to play with the car as much as you feel like, but it don't allow you to go totally off the road and go batshit crazy. And the car is so well balanced, and it keeps you like in a comfort mode when you go around the track. So you're able to play with it, but it restricts you a little bit.
So, well, okay, and I noticed that it was actually quite quick, despite that we had around 60% state of charge.
Yeah, I was surprised because compared to the Tesla, it was really good. But when you had the track mode on or the EP9 mode, then it was like it was spot on every time I punched the throttle or the pedal. It was really on every time.
Consistent.
Yeah, consistent. It was 100% every time. It was not. It didn't hold back because of the heating and everything like the Tesla does in the track mode. So it was really good.
Oh, actually, I saw afterwards. We actually didn't turn on that extra cooling.
Yeah.
But also, you mentioned something about the steering sensor or something.
Yeah. If you go around the track and you steer like a normal person, you steer where you want to go. But if you want to drift it, and you can really drift it if you know what you're doing. So for the little bit more experienced guys or girls, then you can keep the steering wheel straight when you start to drift, and you can just ease it with the throttle around the corners, and then it's a really drifting beast. That's what it truly is.
But the car senses. What was it again? The car.
As soon as you turn a wheel the other way to straighten it, or if you want to go more into the turn, if you don't have enough steering angle on it, then it restricts the power or the braking. So it brakes for you and takes care of you because it knows that, it thinks that you are going to do something that it's not supposed to do. So for the more experienced persons, you can keep the wheel straight when you set it up, and then you will drift through the corners.
Okay, so it seems like it's just like a track mode light.
Yeah.
With somewhat restricted.
I would call it a track mode for the regular guys in the street. Actually, this is what you want when you are learning to drift. So it's the perfect mode for the guys that haven't been on the track that much. I really like people to test it out for themselves because this is a really great mode.
And Sondre, this car with 4 people in it weighs around 2.5 tons, 2.6 maybe.
Yeah.
But even with one driver, it's 2.3 tons. But the Model 3 is only around 1,950-ish.
Yeah.
So we're talking about 350 kilogram more weight. How did you feel the driving was with it?
You can actually feel that you have some extra weight in the car, but it's so perfectly balanced weight ratio from the forward to the back and during the axle. So it's a really good car, even though you have passengers to test it on the track with the track mode. So yeah, I encourage to test it.
And then what do you think about the brakes?
Oh, the brake was amazing. They were there constantly all the time. And the brakes I think they're really proportional to the car. So they're really big, they're really good. And this is actually what you need the brakes for, to drive on the track and emergency situations. And this car is perfect with all the big brakes.
Yeah, I noticed you hit hard on the brake many times.
Yeah, that's to test the car because you don't know. It's the first time driving these cars on the track, and for us it's a new experience. But you need to know what before you go on the track, before you test out this track mode. You should feel the car, feel what kind of brakes you have, what kind of wheels you have, and how the steering angle is, and the weight of the car, because it's a really heavy car. So you need to test it out a little bit. You saw I took one slow track around, one lap, because I needed to know the car. How is the feeling of the car, the people inside, all of the extra weight, but the balance was really good.
And then, did you notice that fake, that artificial sound?
Yeah.
Would you turn it off?
Yeah, I would turn it off.
Okay, why?
Because then I can hear the tires squeal, the brakes, everything. I can hear the car and feel the car more properly. Because if you hit some kind of obstacles on the track, you can hear it. And that sound, it actually blocks you from hearing what's happening with the car.
I saw on the setting, it was at around 10% only, so it wasn't that loud.
No, it wasn't that loud.
Okay. Well, then, okay, one last thing, Sondre.
Yeah.
I mean, if you would maybe like tell Nio how they can improve this feature, what would we want then? What kind of?
What I would want for the EP9 mode is actually that they would disable more of the restriction when you go into a corner. If you oversteer or understeer and want to correct it, I would disable the steering wheel function that restricts you. For all the new drivers out there that haven't been on a track, it would be good to go on an empty space or something like that to test the car, and then to have the ability to see what happens when I understeer and when I oversteer.
So it's like a pro mode.
Yeah, a little bit more pro. Other than that, it was perfect because when we slid around, you noticed that when the tail got too much out, the car corrected us, and that's a good thing. So that's the only thing actually I can think of, because the car is really well balanced, I must say. I'm impressed.
Yeah, great. Well, thank you so much
Thank you,
for the test.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, okay.